Hi, so we are going to look at a summer newsletter. The first thing I like to do is to change the margins, and I'm just going to make them some narrow margins. All right, and that will fix that. And then I like to also look at the background of the page, and so I'm going to go to page borders. Actually, let's go to page colors. And you can change the background to any color you'd like. I'm going to kind of make this a fun summary newsletter, so I'm going to go with maybe this color. All right, and then I am also going to find some clip art that I like, and I just did a Google search of literally summer clip art and clicked on images. And so I think I like this one. And when you click on them, I'm just going to right click and I'm going to copy that image and then go back to my document and right click and just paste that in there. And sometimes it'll be super big, sometimes it'll be super small. And one thing you'll notice with this picture is that there's a white background, and that white background kind of makes it look a little 1990. So what you can do is you can double click on your picture, and there'll be all these choices up here under your picture tools. And if you come over to, I think it's color, and if you go down to set transparent color, click on that, and then it's going to turn your mouse into a little, or your cursor into like a little paintbrush, and you're going to click on the color that you want to take away. So the color that I want to make transparent is the white, so I'm just going to click wherever it's white. Just click one time, and you can see it took all of the white out. So now I have a picture that looks like it's part of the background of my paper. And I am going to make this picture stand out a little bit so I can move it. So I'm going to put it in front of text, and then I'm just going to stick it down here in the corner. Okay. All right. And one thing I like to do is sometimes I like to make it go off the page a little bit or overlap things, and it makes it just look a little more professional sometimes, I think. And I can also go back and find another picture. I thought this guy was kind of cute, how he's peeking out. And so I'm going to right click on him and stick him in here. And most pictures are going to have that white background unless you find a transparent picture or you buy some nice clip art. I think I pasted them in there. Let's see. Oops. Every now and then you get one that does not want to copy and paste. And he might be one of them. Well, boo, I liked him. Alright, this little sun's kind of cute too. Let's see if I can steal him. Alright, and as you can see, there's that white background again. So I'm just going to double click him, go over to color, and it's down at set transparent color. So I'm going to pick which color I want to be transparent, and that's going to be the white. And you can see it took it out. It also kind of took his hands out a little bit, and it made his hands transparent. So I'll have to decide if I like that or not. And then I'm going to put that in front of text so I can move him around wherever I want him to be. Okay. So once you get something that you like or that you think you're going to be able to work with, then I start worrying about my actual text and what I want to put in there. And what I do a lot of times is I just insert different shapes. And so I might insert one of these guys over here. And then you just start playing with the colors. And for this shape fill, I might try to play off that green a little bit that is in that word summer. Might do that color. And the shape outline, you can make it a heavier line. Sometimes that will make it stand out a little more. And of course you can change the color to anything that you want it to be. I think I might stick with the greens. And you can typically click in these and start typing whatever you want. So if I want this to be maybe upcoming events, and of course you can change your fonts and make it whatever you'd like it to be. And I have a ton of fonts at home, and I have talked our tech people into putting some of them on my computer at school, which is obviously very nice. And I don't want this right here in the middle of the text box. And so what I can do is I think it's format the shape. Let's see, over here. And if you go to text options, you can decide where it's at. This is under layout. Right now it's vertical alignment is in the middle. I want it up here at the top. Text direction, horizontal, all that good stuff we can leave the same. So I will leave that right there. And if you have a box that you like, I of course am just going to copy and paste this somewhere else instead of redoing the whole thing. I have no idea why it changed the letters to black. And maybe this is just going to be homework. Okay. And maybe I want to make this shape a different color. Maybe I'll try to work on that blue from that dragonfly down there. Shape outline. Go with a darker blue. And then do another one down here. And we'll just make this one smaller. And so sometimes simple is better. Try not to add too much to your newsletter is important, because if you make it too fancy, sometimes people just get lost with what you're trying to do. So I always would try to be careful with that. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see, what color should I go with? Maybe we could do maybe just a gray one. There we go. And of course you can change things however you'd like it to be. And so I think it's just important, like right now I'm not happy that this clip art I think doesn't go together. So I would probably get rid of this because I don't feel like those two things mesh. And I would try to find something else that I feel like the clip art kind of looks like they were created together. So I would look for something different. And sometimes it's not fun being such a perfectionist about things, but in the end, I think it makes things look better. So if you have clip art that looks like it was drawn, then I would try to always stick with that. I would try not to have a picture, you know, an actual photograph and then clip art together. I think it just makes it look a little bit dated. So that's kind of what we try to do with our newsletters, and then we try to just make all of them different. Like if you always have upcoming events right here, people start to overlook it. So the more you move things around, people sometimes pay a little more attention to them. And if you, you know, try to make things stand out a little bit, people have a better chance of looking at them. So I think the big thing is making sure that you know how to take the white out of a picture. And so remember, all you're going to do is double click, and then your formatting tools come up, and then under color you're going to set your transparent color. So whatever color you pick that you want to get rid of, which is typically white. So that will eliminate the white that makes your clip art look so ugly. If you have any questions, of course, I would be happy to help you. Oh, and then the last thing that, of course, we always try to do is just insert somewhere our name. My computer is so slow, it drives me insane. Oh my goodness. And so I would just add a text box down here, maybe put, you know, Dill's Darlings or whatever I wanted in there, and then maybe put, I don't know, palm tree or something down here to go with it. And I do think adding some different clip art is, or some different fonts is a huge help to your newsletter. Dill's Darlings. And of course, we're going to take out the background, no fill, and we're going to take out the outline, no outline, and then I'm just going to make it a cute font. I don't really like that one for some reason. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones, and I like to color in all the colors, or all of the letters, different colors. And so I might do blue,